Hello once again, this is magmawk, and today I'm just going to show you a video on Wizardry 5, Heart of the Maelstrom. Now that's just the beginning, what they give you as far as characters go. This video is just going to be mainly about characters and creating a party and such. Now you notice you can't go to the maze right away because you don't have any characters in your party. But what if I want different characters? Go to the training grounds, of course, and create. And once you get started, you'll notice you'll have different races and alignments for your party. Now you can have a good and neutral party, or neutral and evil, but not a good and evil party, unless you have special conditions. Now what I'm doing here is I'm trying to trick, I say, get into the odds where the bonus is actually above 7 to 10. Now sometimes you'll end up with a larger number, such as 17, 18, 19, or 20, and I've seen the numbers go all the way up to 60 before, but that is extremely rare. Now I'm just going to show you some of the time you have to deal with this. And of course I'm just putting in 0 or some weird name because I can always rename them. And just a brief rundown of the stats. Strength, of course, is how hard you can hit in melee. IQ affects your mage spells. Devotion, your clerical spells. Vitality, your hit points or hits. Agility, your armor class or how well you pick traps. And your luck, which involves avoiding traps and spells. And you notice some alignments you cannot be a certain class, like a thief has to be neutral or evil, unless you get special circumstances, which I'll talk about in the next video when I have the gameplay available. Now you notice you raise some attributes, you won't get a certain class. Each class is dependent on one or more stats. The elite classes, like a wizard for example, requires high IQ and devotion, at least 12 of each. However, unless you get that real high bonus, you won't be able to create elite classes like the samurai, ninja, until you actually level up and gain stats. Getting stats will be explained later, but generally you get 1 or 2 points in each of your abilities. In rare cases, you'll actually lose a point or 2. And this is good enough stats for a wizard, so I'm going to go ahead and go with it here. Now, a wizard has a special ability, Inspect, which I'll explain later. And you'll definitely want a cleric in your party, just showing you some of the spells. Dios and Bad Dios, which is heal and harm, the equivalent. Some of the names you'll have to find a translator or just find out on your own during battle or in your camp. Thieves, of course, open treasure chests, and they're not really good combatants though, but you'll definitely need them for the treasure chest to get rare items or gold. And then from mage you have Katana and Halanto, which I believe are sleep and fireball. But generally a well-rounded party is almost essential, as you'll need the thief to open most treasure chests, a mage to cast your offensive spells, especially some utility spells like mapping and such. And of course your fighters to take all the damage and give all the melee damage. And you'll be doing a lot of melee damage in this game, melee fighting I should say, as your charges are very limited on your spells. And of course you can always reorder your party members. I suggest reordering them in the trading grounds so you can put them into your party later on very quickly just by tapping A a lot. Now let's go somewhere else. How about we go to maze? Nope, not yet. They're still not in the party, so I guess we're gonna have to go back to the castle and into the tavern to actually add them to your party. And unfortunately, one of the irritating things is you can't actually go anywhere else, like your the temple or the trading post, because since you have nobody in your party, you have no gold in your party. There we go. And just tap them all in. They have their AC hits, meaning hit points, and status usually shows their max hit points unless you're poisoned, dead, or some other bad situation like paralyzed. And I'm just going to show you the quick stats here. You don't start out with any gold. Marks means how many kills you have done. EP, of course, experience. And you'll notice one other odd thing here. Once we go to the trading post, and now you'll know why you want a wizard in your party, to identify the different weapons and armor you get. So you don't have to go here and keep identifying them, so you can identify on the run. And these are the different weapons. The number means you can't equip them. S means short range, C means close combat, M of course medium range, and L being you can hit them from the back row. And then with the armor, you have very little selection here as far as shields, helmets, and gauntlets, etc. You'll have to find most of those in the dungeon, and very few miscellaneous items. But of course, torches, lanterns, you won't need that if you have good eyesight, of course, or just turn the game up. And of course, you can't resell the weapons and equipment you're pre-given. No need to go to the temple yet, because nobody's dead yet. And let's just go into the maze. And when you first enter, you can inspect your party, you can do a quick save as far as your position, you can reorder your members, or you can actually go to the maze itself, and you can camp whenever you're not in battle. This is just a very quick explanation of the character creation. In later reviews, we'll actually go into the maze itself, battle some monsters, and maybe gain a few levels. Well, I'm out of time, so magmawk signing off.